Hey guys, I'm Nathan Jackson. This is my first ever YouTube video. I'm really quite nervous about it, to be honest. I've had around about 3 or 4 takes on it already. But today I'm going to be talking to you about face techniques. Where to hold your hands whilst facing, 5 or 6 different facing techniques, and what you can do to counteract other people. Okay, the first bit I'm going to talk to you about is where to hold your hands on the lacrosse stick whilst facing. Important that you have your left hand halfway down the stick. Your right hand as close as you can to the head without the referee getting on your back. Obviously if it's up here, they're going to be nagging at you. There's 2 different grips you can have. You've got the motorbike handle and you've got the undergrip. My favourite one and preferred one is the undergrip. This way you have more control over your lacrosse stick whilst you're facing. The first technique that I'm going to talk to you about is the clamp. Alright guys, this is going to be the clamp technique. As I said earlier on, when you're facing, you've got to mix everything up. So different techniques when you're actually facing is extremely important. Have an arsenal of at least 3 different face techniques which you can use. One, which I call is your bread and butter. Mine personally is going to be the plunger, which I'll talk to you about later on. The first technique that I'm going to talk to you about is the clamp. This is a nice simple one. Everybody can do this if you practice it. Okay. It's also important for the approach of the up to the face as well. Always make sure that you approach the ball the same way that you did in the last face. This way it makes you less predictable when you're facing. When I face, always approach the ball at a 45-degree angle. Keep your feet nice and light. When you go down to the ball, hands on the lacrosse stick nice and light. When you're going down, line it up, get the pole down on the floor. Make sure everything's nice and light and you're balanced on your feet. When you're doing this, clamp nice and easy, clamp over the top, lift up the stick and flick out. Next technique I'm going to talk to you about is called the break. This is a nice simple technique which can get the ball out nice and fast at a 45-degree angle in front of you. This technique is usually used when players that are facing you go over the top of your ball. This way it's nice simple out and underneath. Nice toe strong wheels going past. Again, walk up to the ball at a 45-degree angle, stick nice and flat. When the whistle blows, flat, knock the ball out in front of you, up and through. 1, 2, 3, go. As I said before guys, every player that faces has to have a bread and butter technique. My one's called the plunger. Nice and simple technique to get you fast out of the blocks and beating your player. First of all, walking up to the ball at a 45-degree angle, down. As you're coming down, you clamp over the ball as if you're using the clamp technique. You drag back through your legs and flick them up and out. Right guys, next one is called the laser. This one's again a nice quick one. If you're not looking for contacts and literally looking to get the ball out very quickly, this is a brilliant one to get it going. Nice and simple one again. Walking up to the ball, same way you did in the last face. 45-degree angle, ball goes down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be yanking the stick that way with my left hand. And this one, my right hand's literally going to be twisting up and over, dragging the ball out. Okay? This is how it's going to go. Next technique is called the jammer. This is one who's looking for a little bit more contact when they're facing. This is basically just getting your opposition out of the way whilst you're facing. So if my glamorous assistant would like to step in, and my camera lady would like to go that way. Again, 45-degree angle as you're approaching the ball. Light on your feet, light on your hands. Go down. What you're going to do, you're going to skip over the top of the ball with your stick, and you're going to block out all of his stick. So as I'm doing it, I'm doing that, and what I'm going to do is going to drag back the ball through. Last technique that I'm going to talk to you about today, guys, is called down the line. This is a more complicated face where you have to practice a little bit more to get the hang of it. So, start off with, again, walk towards the ball, 45-degree angle. As you go down, stick down. Where the whistle blows, your right foot moves across, clamped over the ball, slide the ball forwards, the left hand pumps out forwards and the ball flicks out from in between your legs out the back. 3, 2, 1. Last little bit now, guys. Just on those 6 techniques, if all of those fail and you are actually caught in a little bit of a duel between the person that you're facing, it's a technique which you can use which can actually outwit your opponent and get the ball out before them. It's basically just pumping your arm, okay? When you go down to face, in the 45-degree angle, then through with the face, 1, 2, 3. If the ball gets locked in between the two, a technique which you can use is the pump again. What you do is you just pump your arm back and forth and use one of the techniques. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I talk a lot about lacrosse on my blog, which is nathanjackson25.blogspot.co.uk. Hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, subscribe down below and you can contact me on Twitter, Facebook, which is all going to be linked in down below. Okay?
Baby didn't wait for me to wink.
Oh, you bummed her.
Bummed her.
I got something, but...
Last little bit.
Yeah, I just fell over.